I think we just got to, pay a little more attention to details. Just talking after the game, ways that we could put ourselves in better spots and ways we could put our team in better spots, you know what I mean? And we got to understand the personnel that we have that without Jimmy, the effort, the discipline, and the focus that it takes, you know what I mean? We can't have some of these, lapses and just coverages and offense and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's only, second game without him. So, it's going to be an adjustment for somebody like that, so much gravity that he pulls. So, we're just going to keep working and keep figuring it out.
They need to take on extra.
I wouldn't say burden's the word. I would say just, scoring aggression, just being more aggressive and just sometimes it's not about scoring, you know what I mean? It's just about maybe getting guys open shots and creating for other players just to, keep the offense moving and keep the offense flowing.
Do you feel like that focus, the lack of focus is more apparent on offense or defense?
I mean, it's hard to say, you know what I mean? I think defensively, just for me, I'm always thinking defensively, we could always be better. I feel like sometimes we're fouling a little bit too much. I mean, they shot 30 free throws. We shot 18. Refs or not, we got to just stop fouling. Some is blatant, some is a little iffy, but little stuff like that, we can just cut down on it. It just might help us.
You said the burden wasn't the right word for you, but do you feel like there's a burden on Steph and unconscious of you guys of feeling like you have to do everything?
Yeah. I mean, maybe for him, he, maybe more of a burden but he's also been doing this for a long time and he's, he understands what it takes. But I mean, we had 29 assists tonight, which is good, but, I just think it's the other end for us. It's just defensively, you know what I mean? Last game, I mean, we were scoring in the hundreds, but, they had 140, 130 or something like that. So, and tonight, I mean, they had 123. Like, if we can just get that down to 105, 110, something like that, just to, give ourselves more of a chance, I think that'll definitely help us. And that goes back to just, mental lapses, fouls, and just, not being focused sometimes, I guess.
Talk to Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, he came to the game, so I got to chop it up with him. Just see how he's feeling. But, Jimmy's always in great spirits, and he always understands what's going on in life. So, yeah.
How would you? I mean,
Yeah, I just seeing it and feeling it, I was it just brought back memories for me. You know what I mean? Just in terms of, man, that's how I felt and that's how I looked. Just going through my situation. So, once the swelling goes down, the tough part kind of starts after the surgery. So, getting up out of bed right now is tough, but once that surgery rolls around, I think that's when, the grind really starts. And, Jimmy's a tough guy. Jimmy's real headstrong. So I think he's going to get through it, battle through it, and come back even stronger.
How do you think that injury, seeing it the way y'all did, and knowing what it means for your team, how do you think that has impacted the emotion?
I mean, some of the times we got to do it for him. You know what I mean? We got to understand that everything that he brings to the table, that other guys going to have to step up, other guys going to have to figure it out. And I think even he'll probably attest to it. I mean, it's always next man up. So we're going to have to figure it out. I mean, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. Nobody's going to come in and save the day. We just got to keep getting better, figure things out, and just understand what it takes to win in this league.
He asked you for advice on how to attack this recovery. What would you tell him?
Man, I don't know, just keep going. Like every day is a grind. Every day really is a grind. And I think, mentally, I think that's the biggest hit you'll probably take. But I think for someone like him, he's so mentally strong and, and he's so, thinking about the positive things. I think he's gonna be all right. But my advice to anybody in this situation or whatever it is like the mental side of it is the toughest part, you know what I mean? Especially taking away something that you love, you know what I mean? Now you just got to sit at home and, other people have kids and stuff like that, but, I just sat at home really and just had to, deal with a lot of things So I think he'll be fine. I think, he's going to attack it head on. And I think he'll, it'll help him.